Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This time the topic is how can I increase reps? Why do I make this video? Because I got on Instagram the same question over and over and over, and you guys always ask me how can I increase reps, how can I increase pull-ups, how can I increase dips. So this time 5 tips to progress faster. So let's start with the first tip. My first tip is progressive overload and user cycle or programming. So what is progressive overload? It just means that you increase the demand that is being placed on your muscles over time. And how can you use that for your programming? Let's just show this with a little example. Where's my pen? Here's my pen. Let's say you can do 8 pull-ups max. So what you do next is you start a programming. Let's say in your first training you want to do 5 times 8 pull-ups. It's your first training. Since 8 reps is your max, you probably won't do 8 reps through the whole sets. So how you start is 8 reps in the first set, maybe 8 in the second, 7 in the third, 6 in the fourth, and 6 in the fifth. So how do you progress and how do you overload? It's pretty simple. Next time you do this. This is your second training where you do pull-ups. So you probably do 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps, 7, 7. Now I guess you see how this is going. Third training session is 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. This is a pretty fast example. Maybe it takes longer, so don't worry. What you do next is increment. You always take the smallest increment possible, so you add +1 in the next one, and your fourth training starts with 9 reps pull-ups, 9 reps pull-ups, 8, 8, maybe 7 because you're a little tired, and then you see how this is going. Next session, maybe you can do 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. If you can do or finish the 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, then you go on to 10. And that is what you keep doing over and over until you reach a rep range you don't want to train anymore in, like you want to reach 15 pull-ups and you don't want to train in a rep range so high. What you then can do is just add weight, add resistance, increase the lever, so we have different possibilities. So let's move on with the second tip, and would be integrate the right compound exercises and work on your weak links. So what does it mean? Just because you want to progress in pull-ups doesn't mean you're done with training after your pull-ups. There are a lot of pull-up related exercises you can use to progress in pull-ups. So let's do a little example. You did in your programming the 5 times 8 pull-ups, and you just saw that in the top position of the pull-ups you're not that strong that you wish to be, so you start integrating isometric reps after the actual pull-ups. That means you go over the bar with the chin over the bar, hold it 4 or 5 seconds, you go down, hold it 4 or 5 seconds. I'm just going to show you a little video of the exercise. The second part is you want to integrate also a rowing motion, so you have a horizontal and vertical pull motions in your training. So after the iso reps, you go with rows. After you've done the rows, you want to probably also work on the weakest part, which is mostly the posterior shoulder part. And you want to have a good posture also. That's why I would recommend you to integrate face pulls. So now you have the most important parts of your back, and you integrated a little more compound exercise, and at the end You can do like some fun exercises, or you want to get a good pump, or you feel like your biceps is too weak. And so, like in every pull training, we integrate curls. So you see, it's pretty simple to set up a nice little programming to increase reps in pull-ups. The third tip is take your time. Split this tip up in 3 different little tips. The first one is progress takes time. I get a lot of messages from younger boys and girls who like writing me that they are training for already 2 months and they don't see any progress anymore. But yes, that's it. You're just training for 2 months. So take your time. It takes time for the muscles to grow. It takes time for the muscles to adapt to a certain workload. So just take your time and don't force it too much. Just stick to your programming, and further or later you will have the results you want. But just really take your time. The second part is recovery during the training. If we stick to the example with the 5 times 8 pull-ups, it's pretty clear that if you do the sets with just 30 seconds of rest, you won't achieve good results because you're done after mostly second or third set. So listen to your body, take the rest you need. If it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that really depends to the person who's training. And the third part, one of the most important parts for me, is recovery after training. And that means, let's take to the pull-up example once more. If you train pull-ups every day, or if you train pull every day, your body has no time to recover. And you want to train on 100% power level and not on 50% power level. So take rest days, and also, again, listen to your body. It will tell you when you're ready to train again. Don't make it an excuse for not training, but be honest to yourself, listen to your body, and it will tell you when it's time to train again. For someone, it's 1 day break. For someone, it's 2. Maybe if you're a really beginner, it's 3 days because you're really sore in the muscles. So you can't say it in general, but listen to your body. So, tip number 4. Number 4 is pretty simple. It's nutrition. You need to adapt your nutrition to your goals, and your nutrition needs to support your training. So what does it mean? So like, we can have small examples, like if you're overweight, then your nutrition goal should be to lose weight to progress in training. If you're a really skinny person and you don't have lots of muscles, you need to adapt your nutrition to eat in a caloric surplus, so you can grow, you can build up more muscles, which will benefit your training because you will get bigger and stronger, and which mostly results in more power output in the training. If you don't have a certain body goals, it's also important to have a proper nutrition, because if you will eat shit, you will look like shit, you will feel like shit, and you will have no power. So guys, you are what you eat, so keep an eye on your nutrition and your training will benefit a lot. Number 5, last one and smallest one, but that does not mean it's not important. It's quality over quantity. Again, this reason resulted in a lot of messages I got from you, and you wrote me like, you can do 5 muscle ups and you can't go further, or 10 pull-ups. Then you showed me the video and you couldn't even do 5 muscle ups or 10 pull-ups because the quality of your reps were really bad. And I just want to tell you that in the end you're going to progress better and have a healthier and more consistent training if you do the reps clean but less reps. No one cares about the number of pull-ups you can do if you do them kipping, if you don't do the full range of motion. So really, again, be honest to yourself. do quality reps, and your training and your body will benefit from it more if you can do 10 pull-ups with shitty form. And that goes for every exercise, and that here is something you really need to adapt for your training. So don't cheat on yourself, don't cheat on your reps, just be honest and stay true to the form, and the form will stay true to you.